Welcome back to the Modern Woman Warrior Show. I'm Louisa Kate.
And I'm Amber Fight. This is a channel created by women for women and centers on all things personal protection and self-defense.
If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. And if you're coming back, thanks for being here.
If you like what you see in here, hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it really helps us, gives us the ability to bring you more content in the future.
Absolutely. Please give us a like and drop us a comment. We like to take the time to reply to every comment, and we would really like to hear what you have to say.
Getting involved by subscribing and commenting is the first step in making a commitment to yourself and your family to become competent in self-defense. So, if the worst case happens, you can say to yourself and your attacker, "Wrong woman, wrong day."
Today's episode is another really exciting show. We are going to continue with our testing and analysis of different products and how well they're suited for our warrior women.
That's right. We're going to do a full field test of one of my favorite pistols, the H&K VP9SK. This test will be done on the VP9 CCW variant, the VP9SK. Today's testing is all about the functionality of the pistol, not how well it conceals or performs compared to any other product. Stay tuned for a future episode where we will compare our top few CCW pistols and see how well they conceal with women's clothing and how well they work compared to other top CCW pistols.
Correct. We would like to also thank the folks over at Ransom International. Thank you guys for the Ransom Master Series rest. Today's testing would not be possible without their generosity and the equipment they provide for us. Please head on over to their channel and help them out by hitting subscribe.
Absolutely. We would also like to thank Precision Firearms here in Savannah for the ammunition we use for today's field testing and drills. They are the premier gunsmith and gun store in this area. Please visit them online if you are not in Savannah. If you are in the area, head over to their store on Victory Drive and check them out. Great people and great friends.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Okay, so back to today's episode. Amber has been very patiently testing the Walther against Glocks with me. And as you all know, Amber and I have this ongoing friendly battle because I am a dedicated Walther shooter and she is every bit as dedicated to her H&K. So now it's my turn to go on over to the dark side and have her test her HK without complaining.
Yes, it is definitely your turn, Louisa. Most people don't know that H&K, the renowned German arms manufacturer, invented the polymer frame striker semi-automatic pistol way back in 1970. That was 17 years before their neighbor from Austria, Glock, launched their premier striker-fired polymer pistol.
Wow, I just love history, and that is really cool. I always knew that H&K was a really good name in the firearms industry, but I had no idea that it was the H&K that put out the very first striker-fired polymer frame pistol.
Were. Yep, that was the H&K VP70. Over the years, they've launched a series of even more capable 9mm pistols, culminating in the VP9 in 2014, and the follow-up launch of the CCW version, the VP9SK, in April 2017. The VP9 was important because its single-stage striker-fired trigger could compete with the innovative Walther PPQ and be significantly better than Glock, Ruger, or Smith & Wesson could offer.
So then how did a company as innovative as H&K have a pistol like the VP9SK become forgotten?
Well, when the original VP9 came out in 2014, it had some reliability issues. You can see them on the internet. Go back and read if you need to. But those reviews, they ended after 2016. Whatever issues they had, H&K fixed them, and I haven't been able to find a single bad review or a horror story since then.
That's really good. So maybe the launch of the VP9SK for the CCW market was actually impacted by those early bad reviews, which would make sense.
Possibly.
And maybe we should actually call this episode the H&K VP9SK, the misunderstood CCW masterpiece.
I like it. Well, I've been shooting these VP9s for over 7 years now. I love H&K. They have never once let me down. I have three. I have a long slide that I use for matches. I have my mid-size that I use for the range, which you see in a lot of our videos. And I have my SK, which is my CCW. So let's head over to the range and let's put it through its paces. Hey guys, okay, so let's show you some really amazing features that this H&K VP9SK has to offer you. First, we're going to show our viewers that the gun is clear and safe. There we go. And here we go. So to begin with, the SK has metal adjustable sights on the front and rear, unlike most of our competitors that have plastic sights. It has ambidextrous slide lock release. There you go. right here. There is a loaded chamber indicator, which means I don't need to be doing constant press checks. Let me see right here. These toggles, these little toggles on the back of the slide that make it easier to rack. There you go. And they're on both sides right here. This is great for, I mean, both men and women, but predominantly women who may have some weaker hands or some hand strength issues. There is a bladed trigger safety, as well as an internal drop safety that you can't see from here. There is also ambidextrous mag release that works like a toggle. There we go. Some people don't love this feature, but I've really come to love it. I can either release it with my shooting thumb right here, or I can use my trigger finger like this. Okay. Finally, it has a striker cocked indicator right here that I really love. H&K did a really great thing putting this on here. A lot of pistols do not have this feature. And this is what it looks like with the additional pinky mag right here. There we go. And we're going to discuss some other features here coming up.
Wow, Amber, that's a lot of really cool features on a pistol that came out 5 years ago. I also like the finger cuts in the front of the grip, plus the way that 10-round magazine adds a spot for your pinky. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. Not only that, the VP9 has grip inserts for the back strap and the side panels, and it makes the grips extremely adjustable.
Yes, it does, and that's really nice because a lot of pistols don't have that. In fact, I don't know of another pistol that does. The gun feels a little bit heavier than most CCW pistols, and we haven't weighed it yet because we're going to do that when we compare it to the Walther. But honestly, my experience tells me that being slightly heavier will make the recoil just a little bit softer.
It will. I agree. We've tested it with the Wheeler trigger press indicator before we gave it a good workout at the range, and the average weight of the trigger was 4.1 pounds.
That's good. So, you ready to hit the range?
Let's do it.
Oh, wait, before we do, I did want to say that one of the things that I admire about Amber is her ability to set aside her personal likes and dislikes about a gun and any other product that she's reviewing and put herself in the shoes of a modern woman warrior and to make her review based on her loyal followers. So you can see her do that in last week's video when she judged the Walther PDPF plus the Glock 19 versus the Glock 19 Gen 5. So you guys head over there and check that out.
Well, that was super duper sweet, Louisa. So after you watch today's video, don't forget to go have a look at that video she just talked about, and we'll see you in a minute.
We'll see you in a minute at the range.
When we went to the range for our field test of the VP9SK, the first thing we did is to test the accuracy of the pistol. In order to remove any issues of marksmanship, we used our incredible Ransom International Master Series rest. I think so cool.
That is so cool. The quality of this system truly eliminates any human element and gives us precise data of just how accurate the pistol being tested is.
Part of setting the pistol up to give truly accurate results is to run a bore brush with solvent down the barrel, then we clean it with a patch. This makes certain that lead buildup in the rifling is eliminated. That lead buildup can really mess with the pistol's accuracy.
That's true. So now let's look at this group. Wow, it looks like a really good group, Amber.
Really good.
Let's go measure it. And remember, to eliminate any inconsistency with accuracy due to the ammunition, we always use the ammo from the same batch. This ammunition is Norma 124 grain target rounds, and we take the best 8 out of 10 shots in this group.
Okay, so we need to eliminate, we're doing best 8 out of 10, remember. So we're going to eliminate, let's see, this one and this one and this one.
Yeah. So okay. I'd go here on my vertical and this way on the horizontal.
Okay. So see, it's already closed, and then we hit 0, and then we're gonna do this one to this one. That's awesome. Okay, so let's open that up. All right.
Good.
Okay. Now we're gonna go vertical, but we got to go back up and re-zero it. So it'll be, which one? Let's see.
That one and that one.
These two.
Yeah.
Let's re-zero it. You get it?
That's good.
Was it 1145? Let's see.
Very good. Nice group.
Beautiful. 1.14 inches vertical and 0.874 inches horizontal. That equals an average group size of just over 1 inch or 1.0095 inches.
Amazingly accurate.
That is one of the reasons I love my H&K. Now let's watch as Louisa and I put the VP9SK through its paces. First, we each fired a 10-shot warm-up.
The trigger on the SK is a little different than my Walther, so I was really glad that I had a chance for a warm-up shoot.
It is different than the Walther trigger. They are both really good triggers, just different.
The next test that we did is a multiple target engagement to judge how well the gun handles, how easy it is to control the trigger and the recoil.
This is my daily carry gun, so I'm really used to it. But I agree, those are the results that we're looking for.
Absolutely. One of the first things that really impressed me is how soft the recoil feels on the pistol. And that's probably because the gun is somewhat heavier than most CCW pistols. One more thing that made an impression on me is that the mainspring is a little bit stiffer, which makes the slide a bit more difficult to rack than other pistols, but it wasn't so hard that it would keep me from recommending it to other women. I think women, as long as they don't have arthritis or an injury, would be fine racking the slide on this pistol. And these are the kind of compromises you make with any pistol.
I agree. It is softer recoiling than any other guns we have tested before. I personally don't mind the heavier weight or the slightly stiffer slide, but I'm sure some of our warrior women might need to consider that when they're purchasing their next gun.
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at how we each rated the H&K VP9SK as a CCW masterpiece.
Okay, so I'll start. So you can see on your screen what our categories were. We had 7 categories and we rated from 1 being terrible to 5 being the best. So I gave 5s on everything except for 3 categories. On number 3, grip, texture, size of grip, grip angle, I gave a 4. Because when I was doing reloads, I kept pinching my finger in between the magazine and the magazine well, but only with the flush magazine. I did do better with the magazine that has a pinky finger extension on the floor plate. So I don't know that that's necessarily, a negative. It's just something that was different that I wouldn't have given it a 5 for. 6 is trigger. I feel like the trigger is really good, but it has a long way to travel before I could get it to reset to shoot on my follow-up shots. So I did a 4 for that. And again, that could just be because I wasn't used to the trigger like I am on my Walther. Number 7, ease of controls. I gave this a 3 because the slide is a little stiff. But also, I had trouble with the paddle mag release. I had to change my grip on the gun to reach the paddles with my thumb. And my index finger on the right hand, my shooting finger, is too long to reach the paddle on that side of the gun without changing my grip. However, that being said, I would actually like to retry this another time after I change out the side grip panels, because this gun does have the grip panels on the side, and that would probably help me with that issue of reaching that paddle. So I don't want to, discount it completely because of that. It's still a really good gun, and overall, I would give it a very good rating. I thought it was really good. So, Amber, what did you do?
So I gave 5s across the board, except for down at number 7, ease of controls, and I'm talking specifically about the mag release and the slide lock. The slide lock is a little bit tougher than, let's say, the Walther PDP F series, so I had to kind of knock that back a little bit. For me, it's not an issue, but I'm speaking for those women out there that may have a little bit of issues with their grip strength, may not be as strong in their hands as they'd like to be, or maybe someone who's a little bit older and has arthritis. So that would be one of the reasons why I made that doc, and that they need to consider that when purchasing their concealed carry. Also, for the dual mag release, the paddle style, if it's something you're not used to, you may have some difficulty with it. But of course, if you train with it, you'll get used to it pretty quickly and may actually prefer it. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, vibes across the board for me.
Okay, so what's our judgment? Is the Walther H&K VP9SK a forgotten masterpiece?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. We both agree. Thumbs
100%.
up on that. Absolutely, 100%. We hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. We'd like to give Chris Walden at Precision Firearms another shout out. Thank you so very much for the ammunition. It's such a huge help, and we really, really cannot tell you how much we appreciate your support. So head on over to Precision Firearms, guys.
And don't forget to send us a comment, give us a like, and above all, hit that subscribe button for us.
Sounds good. See
We'll
you
see you
guys
next
next
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.